How Christmassy is my background. Right, ignore my hair for this whole video because I just wanted it out my face so I can do my makeup. I've got a box of goodies from Influencer that they've kindly sent over, so I can't even believe they've been this nice to send me this many things. So I'm just going to use some of these in this video. I wasn't even meant to be filming today. One of the things in this is this nail varnish, and it's so similar to my actual like nails. This is the nail varnish by Rimmel, and that's my nails. And this nail varnish is Ruby Crush. It's silver and red, like glittery sort of red particles. And then they've sent me some mascara. They've sent me these lip art, which look amazing. Eyeliner, another lip art, and then another eyeliner. So this eyeliner is just a black one. Just got it on my desk. But the gold one, I think I'm just going to incorporate into my makeup today. I'm going to be doing like a green eye look. It's like a very yellowy gold. Okay, when you go over it, it like disappears. It is in just 002 gold. So it does, ignore the fake tan on my hands because I really need to scrub that off. But it does look like a really like, it's like a fool's gold. Anyway, so getting on with the makeup look. I'm going to be going for green on my eyes today. So I'm going to start off by doing the eyes first. I'm going to be taking the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm in my pyjamas because what's new there. I feel like my videos are just like, they're just real life, aren't they? Like, I don't like dress up to film a makeup tutorial. What is honestly the point? This is how I would get ready in the morning. So I'm going to zoom you in. I'm going to be taking my Jaclyn Hill palette. I know I've been taking this a lot at the moment, but it's got the best sort of tones in it for what I want to use today. So I'm going to be taking the first shade, which is this shade here. Very similar to Makeup Geek's Creme Brulee eyeshadow. And I'm just going to be applying this. I've just turned my ISO down so you can see the true colours, and I've zoomed that right in. This candle's on, by the way, not that it looks like it. I'm going to be working that into the crease. My lips are really dry, so I need to put some lip balm on. My favourite lip balm recently has been this Blistex one. It's cherry, and it's like £2. So I'm just taking this shade right underneath sort of my brow, because this is going to be quite a blown out look. My face is paler than my neck. What's new? Fake tans come off my neck. It's the time of the week where I need to scrub the remainder of tan off my body. As you can see, I've just like covered the whole lid space with that colour, because this is our transition shade. As you can see, like around this area on camera, my nose and that look really red. They are like a lot redder than the other parts of my face because of like hormones, apparently that is. That's only like with women though, apparently. Apparently men don't tend to get like that. It's not that red in person. The next shade I'm going to go in with, I'm going to take a Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease Brush. I'm going to be taking this warm tone brown here, that one here. And I'm going to be applying that a little bit lower. I'm going to be packing quite a bit on my brush. I'm just going to be packing that a little bit lower, sort of more in to the crease. I'm going to be more precise with this colour, whereas the other colour I just sort of packed it all sort of all over, whereas this colour I'm being a little bit more like neat with it. And I'm just blending back and forth with this one. And then I'm just going to go around the edges of that shade, around the top, to blend it out. As you can see, it builds up like this nice gradient. So the crease is going to be quite warm. I'm going to mix the shade next to it, which is the one below it, so this one. I'm going to mix that one and just apply that in the same area, so just on top of where we applied that one, just to deepen it. And again, I'm just going to blend the edges of that. And if you feel like when you're adding the colours they're sort of blending away, then you just want to build them up more, because as you'll see when I'm applying it, when I blend it out, it goes a lot lighter, and that's because obviously you're taking away some of the pigmentation by blending it, because you're just softening it like that. I think this eye is very dry, by the way, so if this eye comes out patchy at all, that's why. So I'm going to take a little pencil brush. I'm going to take this one from Morphe, because I can see it's already got some of the shade on. This is a Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to be taking this mustard tone here, which is my favourite tone in the whole palette, and I'm going to be applying this into my crease area. This is like in my lower crease area. I'm going to be mapping that out, and as this is like very mustard and sort of yellow tone anyway, this is going to really help with that sort of green. So as you can see, I packed the colour down before I like blend it. Because with some Morphe shadows, although they are of like a great price, some of them aren't like as pigmented as others. You want to like push the product down and then blend it out. Then it helps you get like more payoff. And then around that, I'm just taking a little bit of that colour, tapping around any excess, and then on a different brush, brushing it upwards. So I just like draw that shape. So I sort of want like a rounded shape in my crease, like that, blend. And then on this bigger brush, I take the tiniest bit, tap the excess, and then I go above it, blend. Then if you feel like your eyes don't look the same, just do the same step again and just keep building them up. As I said, this eye is a lot drier, so it's very patchy. And as you can see, this eyelid, like, is quite white, but the eyelid's going to be covered anyway. So this is when we're going to move on to the green. Okay, so I've got this green glitter. I feel like this is the one that I'm going to use. I feel like that's a good one. I don't think I've got a better one than that. But I'd say that's like your proper Christmas green. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to apply a base. So I'm going to apply like a green shadow underneath. I grabbed my Alice in Wonderland palette. You can take any green eyeshadow you want, but I feel like I've got quite a good one here that's quite similar to the glitter colour. Just got to get it out. So I've got this green from the Alice in Wonderland Decay palette. This came out a couple of years ago. It's limited edition. A lot of my eyeshadows are limited edition, so I'm really sorry, but I have this shade called Hatter, which I believe is very close to the sort of glitter shade. Like the closest green I'm going to get that I own in greens. I have some from the Morphe palettes as well, but this has like a shimmery base as well, so it's going to be quite nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pack, I always say pack. I'm going to take this Decay brush that I already like own, and I'm just going to wipe it into a wipe, and I'm just going to get the shadow, and I'm just going to start applying that shadow where I want it. And actually when it's wet, it's really pigmented. I'm just going to push that down onto the eye. Okay, if you have this palette, definitely use this green, but that's worked really well. And this is actually the brush from the palette as well. I want it quite high up my eye. So this is just going to be like our base colour for the glitter, because when you apply something like glitter, as I've said in many videos before, you don't just want to apply the glitter straight away. You want the glitter to almost have like a base to adhere to, so then that way you don't just have like glitter and then just have like a brown base, because then you'll be able to see just like a brown base underneath. And then I just blend this inner corner bit here, and you want to blend it into like this rounded, sort of just pat the edges. Just going to leave it like that. I'm going to do one eye and then do the other eye, so I'm going to leave that eye like that. Then what I'm going to do, I've got two base options. I've got the NYX glitter primer, and then I've got the Dose of Colours, the little Ideal Duo, and then I've got the little base inside this. I think I'll just use the NYX one because I prefer it. And I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to take my MAC 242 flat shader brush, and I'm just going to apply that all over that green. And this brush does have a bit of concealer on as well, so that's going to help with it sort of sticking to. And I'm not going to use that MAC brush. I'm going to use a brush that I wouldn't usually tend to use. Okay, I'm just going to use this Urban Decay electric brush. I'm just going to use the flat side of this brush, and then I'm just going to take that glitter into the lid, and I'm just going to get some, and then close my eye, because this is craft glitter, it's not like meant for your eye. And I'm just going to push that. By all means use makeup glitter, but I have used craft glitter loads of times and had no problem with it. Okay, then once that's done, I'm just going to grab my Zoeva brush, and I'm just going to go around that, still with my eyes shut, and then I'm just going to flick away any loose glitter, whether it be around my eye or sort of near my eye, like that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my makeup wipe and just get rid of these bits that are right next to my eye. If you've never done this before, I'd be really careful, and I'd just use like makeup glitter. So yeah, I'm not recommending to use craft glitter at all. At the end of the day, it's your decision, not mine. And as you can see, sun transferred up there, so I'm just going to flick that off. If I don't feel that I've got like enough on, I'm just going to apply some more green shadow and just sort of go over that glitter, just to sort of like merge it sort of in, make it a bit more like smoky, sort of like pack it more into the eye, and just so it doesn't look like a big chunk of glitter as well. Don't worry, if you don't have any glitter glue, then you can use eyelash glue. I used that for ages before I ever got any glitter glue, and to be honest, I feel like it does hold it really well. I'd just say it feels a lot like heavier on your eye than glitter glue. So what I'm going to do now, I think I'd add a wing with this. I'm going to add a wing. I'm going to use my favourite eyeliner, which is the Inglot 77 gel eyeliner, and I'm only going to be applying the wing with this. I'm not going to be like applying the line along my eye. I'm going to be applying that with liquid, because if you know glitter then you'll know that glitter and gel do not merge well together. So I'd even recommend doing your eyeliner first if you wanted to do gel, if you only own gel. So yeah, and I like quite a thick wing, but I am going to be like cleaning this up anyway. I'm not going to have it like this. Just always keep like a wet wipe handy, and to be honest, it's always handy to do your eyes first when you do like a wing. Like some days I'll do like my eyes last and I'll be alright, but like days like this when you want to do like glitter and that, I just always do my eyes first because it marks your foundation up. Right, as you can see, it just looks weird, but you'll get what I mean. So I've just sort of done the outline of my liner, and then I'll just like connect it when I've got the liquid liner on. For the liquid liner, I'm just going to be using my NYX liquid liner. I'll do that now actually so I can show you. So I just draw a line along, and then I'm just going to clean that end out. And I will be filling in that tiny little gap just in there. I'm going to wait till the rest of my eyes are done. I think I'm going to add like a dark brown in there. But yeah, that's how I would do the liner. Actually, I'll probably just do that now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a deep sort of, I think I sort of do like a deep chocolatey brown. So I'm going to use, I think I'll just use like this light brown actually at the end, and I'll mix it with, so this brown and this brown, because I don't want to use like a really dark brown because I'm going to be wearing a red lip. So I want to mix, so that one and that one, and I'm just going to push that into, oh my god, I just smudged my line. I will probably have to add black in there, but that doesn't matter. So I'm just going to draw like a little tiny dot on top of that. It's going to look a bit weird to start off with. I'm just sort of drawing it on the liner too, but I'm going to go over the liner anyway. What I'm going to do is going to go around the shadow with that brown, and I'm going to lightly blend it with the Zoeva brush. Okay, please ignore my eyes because they look a bit weird in the corner. I brought the green quite far down, but I'm going to be covering, I think, that with like a white anyway. This ISO is up really high. Anyway, so I've done like, I cleaned the eyeshadow up and that. My camera did cut out when I was doing that, but as you can see, that looks like okay now that it's like blended and everything. Gonna move on to primer and foundation. For primer, I'm not going to use my MAC Strobe Cream today. I'm going to use the Illamasqua, the Radiance Veil, which is an illuminating primer, just because I have so much of this and I've got like a whole tub. So I'm just going to use the little like spoon thing to like apply it. So this is what it looks like. It's just like this cream like formula, and I'm just going to take a scoop of that and just like apply that onto like my whole face. I think I've just put too much on, but you know, will make my skin nice and glowy. So I'm just going to push that in. It makes my skin quite sort of like rose gold. So to be honest, if you get this and you think it's too gold for you or too light, it doesn't matter because obviously your foundation is going to cover it anyway. Yeah, I applied far too much, so I'm going to take some of that off with a face wipe. But yeah, I do like this. It's just, I do like the MAC Strobe cream at the moment as well. So the whole clip of me putting my MAC Studio Fix on in my last video like disappeared, because with this camera I still haven't got used to it when it tells me that it's like stop recording. I didn't know that, so I'm still going to upload that video anyway, so that's probably already gone up obviously by the time you've seen this one, but because I liked how the video came out, it's just annoying that that happened. What I was saying about the foundation was that I loved the coverage, I loved the colour, it matched my fake tan so nicely. I do need to get my pump out. I'm going to have to just apply it. And I'm actually going to apply it with a beauty blender today, I think, because I haven't done that in a while with any of my foundations. I've just been using a brush, as I've been really liking a brush. I was going to use my beauty blender, but I just decided to use my Real Techniques one as it was already out. And my beauty blender is new, so I'd have to like wait ages for it to like expand. Well, not wait ages, but I do love how foundation looks with a brush, but I think with a sponge, there's just something about it with a sponge that I just think looks really nice. All Craig and I have been doing at the moment is watching like films. Like when we finish work, we get in, we put our dinner on and we watch films. And so if any of you could recommend us any good films for us to watch, that'd be great. This foundation looks orange on me to start off with, and then once all the other makeup I put on, it actually looks really good. Let me turn the ISO down and I'll show you. So like if you look there, that looks quite orange. And another thing that I was saying when I was applying this foundation in the other video was, I think also where the skin underneath is so pale because the tans come off, I think it makes the foundation look more orange because the skin underneath is so pale, so it makes it look more orange. Does that make sense? Where actually it's such a good match. It's not ashy at all. It's like that nice golden colour that I was looking for all along. Okay, and then I'm going to move on. I'm doing my face makeup in this video. One, obviously to show you like what I'd wear like with like glam makeup, but also because of the other video, obviously because the like footage failed. So I'm just taking Tarte Shape Tape in Light. I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes, and I know this is really light compared to this foundation, but as I was saying in the clip that you wouldn't have seen, I like to use a brush at the moment to push my concealer in, as I find it gives me a bit more coverage. So what I'll do is I'll just start to push that concealer down like that, and then around the edges of it I will get like my tool that I've been using to apply the foundation, and I'll blend the edges of it out with that so I don't get like that stark white like line. Like I don't wear this makeup like all the time, this is just for like fun. And I had a couple of comments where people have said like I don't need to wear this much makeup. Like I'm comfortable in my own skin, like I know I don't need to wear makeup. I know I wear a lot of makeup and all that, but I only wear it because I find it fun and I love doing it. Like I love creating looks and everything. I don't do it because I think like I need to wear it and I look like horrible without it or anything. But thank you so much to like everyone that said like, oh, you know, you don't need it, like you look like lovely without. Like it is really nice like to get those comments, but I just wanted to like let you know that like, you know, I don't think I look horrible without it or anything. I don't wear it because I think I need to, I just wear it because I love doing it. And I've got glitter under my eye. Right, I'm gonna apply a bit more concealer because that's just rubbed away because I had some glitter underneath my eye. And this isn't the lightest concealer I own by Tarte. I do own a lighter one, but I don't tend to use that anymore. It's more of a yellow tone as well. This one's more pinky, which I find good like if you have like under eye circles or anything. Right, and then I'm just going to go around that concealer with the sponge because it's got some foundation left on. As you can see, like compared this side that I've just blended that out compared to this side that's still got like this lightness around it. And then I'm just going to go over that concealer one last time before I set it in place, and then I'm going to set it. I'm going to set it using my favourite powder, which is the Airspun Coty powder, and I'll just take some, I'll just push it underneath just in that area. I don't apply it anywhere else. Do apply a bit there on my nose. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to be applying some liquid highlighter. I'm going to apply that before I apply anything else, because this liquid highlighter is what you need in your life. I had a couple of comments when I used the custom cover effects one, saying like, oh my god, that's insane. Well, you need to get this one. This is the Barry M Liquid Chrome in Liquid Fortune. This is a fraction of the price and it's insane. So what I do, I just leave it like that. I grab a Real Technique setting brush and I just push that into the skin like that. I then go over again with the tool that I'm using to apply my foundation. I leave it like that for now to push it down into the skin. I need to clean my brushes. I'll probably do it tonight. And as you can see, with the colour of this foundation, this one goes so nicely. They have so many different colours of these too. They're literally £6. And to be honest, even if you don't like wearing like foundation or anything, you could just wear these with like a bit of concealer or something. So nice. Right, what I'm going to do, instead of using my... I'm just going to use... I don't feel like these work very well with a beauty blender. These ones. I'm going to use my stippling brush just because I don't want something really heavy in this area like that. And I feel like if I use my sponge in that area, sometimes I feel like when you use a damp sponge with these drops, I don't know, sometimes I find they can almost make your face look cakey, whereas I find if you blend them with a brush you get a nicer finish and they like push into the skin better. Whereas I feel like sometimes with a sponge, I feel like they sit on top of the skin. Like, look at that. Your skin just looks so like glowy and like nice. They looked more intense the other day, but I think I applied more then. But I am going to be setting that in place. But I don't obviously want the highlight to be like the main point of the makeup because I'm going to be doing like a red lip. But I've got a few lip options from like Rimmel to be like to show you as well, because they did send me like some lip products. I'm going to finish the rest of my face makeup. I'm going to apply some Inglot O2 Body Sparkles. I feel like this is the best highlight to set this liquid highlight. And yeah, I just use like this brush that I always use, and I just take a tiny amount of these because obviously the highlight that I put on was quite intense anyway. On my nose I literally like dot, and then above my brow, and then I'm going to blend this out with my bronzer anyway. But the cheekbone is probably the only place I do it like really intense anymore, like super, because it just looks like your face is like metallic. For bronzer I've got MAC Sun Power. This is more of a red tone bronzer, but my Give Me Sun is literally like dead. So I'm going to take some of this. I'm tapping off any excess because it's very dark. I'm just going to push this into my hairline. Then I'm going to use some blusher. The blush I'm going to use is actually the one I used the other day from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to use this like pinky tone at the end. It's like a peachy pink. I'm going to have a very light hand because the other day when I used one of these it was very intense. So what I'm going to do, because with a red lip and green eyes, I feel like you can get away with like a light pink cheek. Okay, I'm going to tap some of that on the back of my hand. And apply that. That's very intense again, but that's what I'm going to say. If you get these blushes by ABH, just be very light-handed because they're very pigmented. Okay, I feel like that looks quite nice actually, and I feel like it also gives the face a bit of colour so you're not like lost in the eyes. Then I'm going to move on to a bit of brow bone highlight. I'm going to take, I always use MAC's Nylon, but it's my favourite brow bone highlight, so I think it's only fair I took it. It's like this goldy sort of yellowy tone. Just going to apply that the tiniest bit underneath the brow, and you can build this up as much as you like. Just applying quite a bit, and then I'm going to blend it out, and then I'm going to apply some in the inner corner as well, just like over that glitter. It sort of makes the glitter almost look iridescent, as you'll be able to tell. I'm going to blend the eye, and I'm just going to grab some brow gel. I'm going to use my Benefit Brow Glow Conditioning Primer instead of my ABH one. Then I'm going to go and put my eyelashes on. The lashes I'm going to apply are the Sosu lashes in the style Paris. Right, so I put my lashes on. I'm just going to put some mascara on. I can find it. It's this one, the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. This is my favourite mascara at the moment. I'm not just saying that because I got it free, but it's literally so lengthening and makes your lashes look so thick. And obviously, like, I know I've got false ones on, but it really helps when you're putting your false ones and your natural lashes, like, sticking them together. Like, I know every mascara does that anyway. It's really good. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply some eyeshadow to my lower lash line. I'm going to use the brush I was using before, so the Morphe M506, and I'm going to run the mustard tone underneath my eye. I'm just going to mix that brown underneath, and then I'm going to take that deep chocolate brown from up here and take that along, and I'm going to really like smoke that along and push that like into that lash line. Then I'm going to grab a bigger brush and I'm just going to grab these like mustard tones. I think that's my favourite word, isn't it? And I'm just going to take that underneath and blend them out. And that's the eyes done. Right, then I'm going to add some mascara to the bottom lashes. I was sent this mascara, but to be honest, I'm liking that Marc Jacobs one, as I said, but I don't really like opening mascaras when I'm not using them, so I will give that a go in another video. So it's the Wonderfully Real Mascara Extreme Black, but I am, as I said, just going to use this Marc Jacobs one. But I'm sure that mascara is fab, as I normally just use like drugstore mascaras anyway. I think that Rimmel and Maybelline have the best mascaras. Never really tried many L'Oreal ones. Maybelline and Rimmel are like the cheaper ones, so. But I feel like if you want to spend a bit more, then this Marc Jacobs one is fab. Or the other mascara I love is the Tarte Camera Lashes. That's this little guy in the purple packaging. It's really nice. The brush is skinnier than the Marc Jacobs one, but you can really get in there. Out of the two, I do prefer the Marc Jacobs one, but this one isn't as messy as the Marc Jacobs one, I would say. Okay, so for the lip options, I've got these lip art by Rimmel that they sent me. Okay, so they're like this dusting. I don't think they're like a lip gloss. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, they are. They're a lip like gloss. So you could, if you didn't want to wear a red with this look, you could just wear like a gloss. So this one's holographic. This one's called Pearlescent. And yeah, it's just this really beautiful like pearlescent shade. Then there's this shade called Blush Gold, which is really nice. This would go, I think, really lovely with like the highlighter. And then there's this last one, which is called Gold. This one's called. It's just a gold. They each smell different. The one I smelled earlier was that pearlescent one, and it smelled really nice. But my foundation is coming off my nose. Oh, don't you hate when that happens? So if it was me, I probably wouldn't wear this gold one. I think that's a bit too much. You could probably do one of those cool like lip ring things with it. So like in the box there's like these pictures of like Rita Ora and that, and they've got like those like lip like ring things. But I'd go for one of these. I'd go for probably like a nude lipstick with like that on top, or like this pearlescent one. I think I'm going to use this like goldy sort of one. I'm going to go for Stripped Down Liner by MAC, because I did apply this on camera again the other day, but it didn't show the clip because again my camera like died. So this is Stripped Down Liner by MAC. And then I'd just go with my favourite lipstick because it's my favourite lipstick. I feel like we all have a favourite nude lipstick, and I feel like whenever you wear it, you just feel like 100% like you. And this is mine. This is MAC's Peach Stock. As you can see, I love it. Like, I use it all the time. So, as you'll be able to see, I've popped my Christmas earrings in. So, the lip art I'm going to apply is the Blush Gold lip art by Rimmel. I have drank, but yeah. That's nice. The applicator's nice. It has a weird smell to this one. Okay, that's really like stunning. Do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me so much of the Jouer lip topper in Skinny Dip. Yeah, I really like that. So I feel like you could wear this as your like Christmassy vibes makeup. Feeling so Christmassy at the moment with my nails. Obviously my hair like I'll take my hair down. But like, if you didn't want to wear like a red lip, then you could just like wear a nude lip like this, and this would look nice as well. This is like the look with a nude lip. You could have your makeup like this with a nude lip, which I think looks really nice, so then your main focus is the eyes. But I feel like I'd go for, I don't know, I feel like this is nice, but then it's Christmas, you want to go like all out and like go super glam. So I'm going to show you the red lip option. So I've got two red liquid lipsticks here, which are both by Anastasia Beverly Hills, because they are my favourite formula for like reds, or MAC. So I've got a Primark red lip pencil here. It doesn't really matter with the lip pencil what it is. It can be MAC, ABH, whatever. And this is just like a plain red. The liquid lipstick that I'm going to first be outlining my lips with is American Doll, and this is a darker red. It's like sort of like an orangey sort of red, and then the second is called Electric Coral. So this is a very sort of different, it's more of a corally sort of red. The two mixed together give such a nice colour. I did have my Christmassy red from ABH, which was part of their Christmas collection, but I dropped it down my best friend's toilet last year, so yeah, I don't think I'll probably use that ever again. So okay, so I'm going to take this Primark lip pencil and I'm just going to like outline my lips. I got some of the MAC one's still on, but doesn't matter because it's going to be like coloured anyway. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the shade American Doll by Anastasia Beverly Hills first. I'm going to outline my lip like that. So I'm going to do to about there. I'm going to go over the lip liner as well. It doesn't matter if it's like uneven or anything, because it's going to be like blended together anyway. I'll just wait for that to sit a minute. And then I'm going to take the shade Electric Coral. I think it's called Spicy Coral, because they had another one called like Spicy Coral. And then I'm going to apply that in the centre. It looks messy to start with, but it like all blends in the end. And then you can like adjust it in the end as well. And then I'm just going to go around with like the lip liner. And it lasts like all night long as well, this. I wore it the other day to my best friend's engagement party and it stayed on all night. It takes ages to dry because you've got like two on top of each other. But that is the red lip option. So that is like the completed look. The only thing I would do is just to add the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I'm just going to spray this. This is my favourite setting spray, I think. You can't really notice a massive difference, but if you love like an illuminated finish, I'd recommend this. It feels beautiful on the skin and you don't get that like horrible wet feeling, and you don't have to wait ages for it to dry. It just like mists into the skin like straight away. So I actually really do enjoy using this. I know to start with, when I first got it, I didn't really see like a massive difference and I was like, oh, I don't know if I actually like it, but I actually do really like this now. I prefer how it sits on my skin to like the Makeup Revolution fixing spray, because it's very wet, so as soon as it hits your face it's so like you have to wait for it to dry and so you can do things, whereas with this, as soon as it hits the skin it just like dries instantly. So as you're able to see, my lips have like dried now. They like blend in together into this nice sort of red tone. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you have an amazing Christmas. I hope you get spoiled absolutely rotten and have an amazing time with your families. Christmas is all about spending time with your families, and obviously you all know the obvious reason why Christmas exists, and it's not just about giving presents. So I hope you love my Christmas nails as well as much as I do. So, and I've got a glass of eggnog, well, Advocaat as we call it in England, but in America you call it eggnog. And yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this because I loved filming this, and I think this makeup is so stunning and such an eye catcher at any sort of Christmas party or anything. And yeah, I will hope to see you in my next video. Take care, bye.